Why most people stay broke, and how to break the cycle. In today's fast-paced, image-driven world, it's easy to assume that the person driving the latest car, wearing designer clothes, or posting lavish vacations online is wealthy. But more often than not, they're drowning in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, and just one emergency away from financial disaster. The harsh truth is this: most people are broke, not because they don't earn money, but because they never learned how to manage it. They're stuck in a cycle of consumption, comparison, and financial ignorance. And if we're not careful, that cycle becomes generational. So why do most people stay broke? Let's start with mindset. From a young age, many of us are conditioned to value appearance over substance. We're taught to chase success, but not taught how to sustain it. We're praised for getting a high-paying job, but not taught how to handle the income wisely. Schools rarely teach financial literacy. Parents often avoid the topic entirely. As a result, millions of people enter adulthood knowing how to earn, but clueless about how to build. The first trap is lifestyle inflation, the habit of increasing expenses as income increases. It's the promotion that leads to a bigger car note, the raise that justifies the designer bag, the bonus that disappears on things that offer no real return. This pattern creates a life where people look successful on the outside but are fragile underneath. They confuse rich with wealthy. But there's a massive difference. Riches are loud, wealth is quiet. Riches fade, wealth lasts. Let's break it down. Being broke isn't always about how little you make. It's about how much you keep and how well you grow it. That's the secret. The person making $3,000 a month but saving and investing $500 is doing better than someone making $10,000 and spending every dime. But because we live in a culture of comparison, people fall into the trap of spending to impress. They live to be seen, not to be secure. And that's why many stay broke, because their financial decisions are driven by ego, not goals. Another major reason people stay broke is debt dependency. Credit cards, personal loans, BNPL apps. All tools that were designed to offer flexibility are now being abused to sustain a lifestyle people can't afford. Instead of using credit as a bridge, people use it as a crutch. They end up paying interest for things that have long lost value. A $500 couch ends up costing $800. A $1,000 phone ends up being a $1,400 mistake. Over time, debt becomes a permanent weight, stealing income, limiting freedom, and breeding anxiety. Then there's the issue of financial literacy, or the lack thereof. So many people don't understand the basics of saving, budgeting, investing, or protecting their income. They don't know how compound interest works. They don't know the difference between assets and liabilities. They fall for get-rich-quick schemes. They panic when the market dips. They chase trends instead of strategy. And without the right knowledge, even a high income becomes dangerous. Because money without wisdom is a recipe for disaster. So how do you break the cycle? How do you move from surviving to thriving? The answer is both simple and hard. You change your mindset, your habits, and your systems. First, mindset. You have to understand that wealth is not about income. It's about intention. You must stop chasing what looks good and start pursuing what is good. That means redefining success. Success isn't the car, it's the fact that the car is paid for. It's not the mansion, it's the freedom to take a week off without stress. Wealth starts with understanding that your goal isn't to impress others, it's to secure your life and legacy. Second, habits. Building wealth isn't about big, flashy moves. It's about small, consistent actions over time. Start by tracking your spending. Know where every dollar goes. Build a budget. Cut unnecessary expenses. Save a portion of every income, no matter how small. Automate your investments. Focus on high-quality assets, stocks, real estate, businesses, or even your own skills. Avoid lifestyle creep. Learn to live below your means, even when your means grow. And third, systems. Relying on willpower alone won't cut it. You need to create systems that make success easier. Set up automatic transfers to your savings and investment accounts. Use apps that track and categorize your spending. Set financial goals and review them monthly. Build an emergency fund so you're not thrown off by unexpected expenses. Protect your income with insurance. Start a side hustle to increase your income streams. The more systems you have, the less likely you are to fall back into old patterns. Let's talk about generational thinking. One of the biggest shifts in breaking the cycle of being broke is realizing that your financial decisions impact more than just you. If you're a parent, your children are watching. If you're the first in your family to learn financial literacy, your actions could change the direction of your entire bloodline. Building wealth isn't just about having a better life, it's about giving the next generation a head start. It's about teaching them what you weren't taught. That's legacy. But none of this will happen if you don't take ownership. You can't blame the government. You can't blame your job. You can't blame your upbringing. Yes, those things affect you, but they don't define your future. Responsibility is the first step to transformation. Once you accept that your money story is in your hands, you regain power. You shift from being a victim of your finances to the author of your financial life. Now let's get real. Building wealth isn't easy. It takes sacrifice. It takes discipline. It means saying no to some things today so you can say yes to bigger things tomorrow. It means choosing to read a book instead of binging another show. It means packing lunch instead of ordering out. It means investing in yourself even when it feels risky. But here's what's on the other side: freedom. Freedom to wake up when you want. Freedom to walk away from toxic jobs. Freedom to travel, give, retire early, or start something meaningful. That's what true wealth is. Not just money in the bank, but peace in your life. Let's end with this. You have a choice. You can stay in the cycle, spending, struggling, and stressing, or you can break free. You can keep chasing riches, or you can start building wealth. The former fades, the latter lasts. And the best part? You don't have to do it alone. Join our community. Subscribe for more real, practical advice. Follow this journey where money meets meaning and wealth becomes a tool, not a trap. Because your future deserves better than broke. So if this message resonated with you, don't just scroll by. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let's rewrite the money story together.